What's up guys, today we are checking out this video here, why every map has this tiny Australian town. What does that mean? I'm not pretty sure to be honest, but let's watch the video, we'll figure it out together. If you're new here guys, do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Here we post Australian content every single day, we do not skip any days. So guys, stay tuned for more videos, and yeah, with that being said, let's get on with this one and see what we have here today.
Phenomenon that you can easily test out on any labeled map. And for some reason, I've been thinking about it a lot recently. And that is the reverse Baltimore phenomenon. First, the Baltimore phenomenon is where prominent places get left off a map because there isn't enough space to label them. I'll show you what I mean. This is Baltimore in the US. It's the largest city in the state of Maryland and has a population of over 500,000 people in the city and 2.8 million people, including the surrounding metropolitan area. But just next door is the capital of the United States, Washington, D.C. So if we zoom in on a map of the area, we can see them sitting happily side by side. But when we zoom out, which of the two do you think is going to be labeled? Of course, it's the capital city. You can see that as we zoom the map out, the labels on the map, the actual word that says Washington, needs to be big enough to read. So it covers more land and the Baltimore label gets left off. Washington is a capital and also a bit bigger than Baltimore, but there are other examples of the Baltimore effect around the globe as well. Here's Guangzhou in China. Over 14.2 million people live in its urban area. And right down the road is Hong Kong, home to 7.4 million people. If we zoom out again, we can see another great example of
that is hidden, and you just see Hong Kong.
Guangzhou's label being jettisoned in favor of Hong Kong's.
Wow, Hong Kong is a country I do want to visit, bro. Honestly.
Called cartographic generalization. And it's actually the reverse of this phenomenon that I've been thinking a lot about recently, but I'll get to that in just a moment. Generalization happens when you go from a large scale to a small scale map. In other words, from zoomed in to zoomed out. It wouldn't make sense to try and label every tiny village and river.
You won't be able to see anything if that was the case, bro. Like, just imagine this map, like, as shown here, filled with tape. You won't be able to see anything, bro. Like, literally.
Small scale map, because then it would be unreadable and unusable. So people who design physical maps and the algorithms for digital ones have to decide which labels to lose when going from zoomed in to zoomed out. And usually they decide to keep the most significant labels: capital cities, big cities, country names, state names, etc. Generalization isn't a fault of maps. In fact, it's on purpose. And it doesn't just refer to what happens with the labels, it's also how maps smooth out coastlines or blur together forests to make them easier to depict at a small scale. But for labels, cartographic generalization works both ways. Sometimes an area is densely populated, so there are some large cities that get left off the map, and sometimes an area is so sparsely populated that small towns get labeled, even when huge cities elsewhere don't. And this is what I've been thinking about.
It's crazy, but if you think about it, like, it has some common sense to it.
Small scale maps. Here's an example. This is Alice Springs in Australia. For reference, this map doesn't label Guangzhou, a city of 14 million people. So how big do you think Alice Springs is? Well, it has a population of 25,000. But the fact that it's right bang in the middle of the continent, only surrounded by even smaller towns and communities, means that it gets labeled on many, 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 many maps. Here's my old family atlas.
That's probably because, like, it's the only city which is around that area, because as we know, like, Australia's population is mainly around the coastal areas, and this one is like a city right in the center of Australia. So yeah, it makes some sense there as well.
Has a map showing Alice Springs, and this one does label Guangzhou, but many other cities that are massively larger than Alice Springs are missing. Bandung, Indonesia; Nagoya, Japan; Amman, Jordan; Beirut, Lebanon; Marseille, France; Amsterdam, Netherlands; Manchester, UK; and, of course, Baltimore, Maryland. You can easily try this out for yourself. Look at any map or atlas you find, or just zoom Google Maps until you can just see Alice Springs right in the center of Australia, and then look around to see what you can and can't find. You can find huge cities missing because of the Baltimore phenomenon, and you can see tiny towns.
So that is
where you
actually
might
called the Baltimore phenomena. Wow.
not
Okay,
normally
that's something
focus
we
on,
did not know.
a
So
kind of reverse
good
Baltimore
choice of
effect,
video, to be honest.
an Alice Springs phenomenon. Anyway, thanks for watching me ramble about cartographic generalization. I'll see you next time.
So yeah, that was that right here today. Quite interesting. Let me know, guys. Did you know about the Baltimore phenomenon? Let me know in the comments, guys. And yeah, that is coming to the end of this video. Thank you for watching to the end. Thoughts in the comments below. Join our Discord community, link will be in the description below. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Peace out, guys.